Hey everybody, it's me Carly, and I'm coming to you from Lord Egerton Castle in Nakuru, Kenya. I love castles. The last one I went to was in Mexico City in 2022, and I loved the experience there. So now that I'm in Kenya, I'm ready to see what happened here. Who is Lord Egerton? And yeah, what's his legacy? I read a little bit. All I really read was that he never found a wife, and maybe that's why the castle is kind of abandoned now. Like there's no family line still living here. But Kenya is still keeping up with it. I guess the government. Yeah, we'll just see what else we can find out here. So yeah, come along for the tour and enjoy. We are in Nakuru, baby. I made it inside the castle and I met my guide. His name is Shadrach or Sheldry or
Copito.
Copito.
Yes.
I'm gonna just try all three today.
Welcome to Lord Egerton Castle. The castle was built in 1938. There's a place written 1938 at the entrance. And this was the guy who was the owner of the house. His name is Lord Maurice Egerton of Taton. And we also have a family tree here. In the family tree is the last one, that is the fourth and the last Lord in Egerton family. So he was born in England in a place called Cheshire. And 1875, and the guy died in 1958, so he died in Kenya. The guy was supposed to get married to a lady from the same class like him, that is a lady from aristocrat family. And when he came to Kenya, he didn't start by building this castle. He actually started by living in a tent, then he built the first and the second house. After the completion of the second house is when he invited that girl called Victoria. Next, that house is next to this castle, which only had 2 bedrooms and 6 rooms in total. But when that girl came, considering that it was from a very wealthy family, she refused to stay there, and she said that house is too small for her.
Wow.
And she went back to England. And now this guy now decided to build this castle in 1938, and
But then it was too late.
yeah, it took him quite long to completion because of the shipment of the building materials, and the transport system was a bit tedious. They were using water transport to Mombasa. Then from Mombasa to this point, they were using a train. So it took him 16 years to completion.
Do you know if he tried to call that lady back?
Yeah, so now after the completion, since he was a very solitary man and a very shy person, even though already the girl was engaged to a different person from Australia, but she agreed to come to Kenya to see this castle. But again, when she came, she was not impressed, and she said she can't live in a house stable like our house, so she refused for the second time.
Wait. So she came back,
Yeah,
although
she was
already engaged.
Yeah, she was already engaged, but the guy convinced him at least to come and see this house. So he agreed, but when she arrived here, again, she wasn't impressed with this castle.
So they say you're not married. I mean, you're single until you're married. She was engaged. He came back here.
Yeah, he came
to see if the house is gonna be nice, like he's saying.
Yeah. So from there,
Little Miss Victoria forced that man into a life of even more solitude. Now think about it. After 16 years, you finally got your house right and you're ready to impress the woman of your dreams. And then she come back and she still say no. Yeah, I see. My guide told me that he developed a hatred of women, which is crazy. But I mean, I could see how somebody would be upset, Very upsetting. maybe still a good life.
Yeah, so
He turned to agriculture, photography, and even innovation like engineering to keep time. Or should I say pass the time?
some industries like Nakuru Blanket, it is still there, Chamchiti factory in Kericho, the Curry Research Center for plant breeding and so on. So the guy was one of the pioneers of education and agriculture in Kenya, even though he died without a family.
That's really good.
Yeah, so
Yo, this is really giving Bridgerton. Like, this is the ballroom, and this is a huge organ. Like what kind of church is he playing for? They must have some nice parties here. So I've walked to the edge. Oh, imagine me at a ball. I love it. Did anybody important come here, like a king or?
yeah, because some people visited him, like Queen. The governor was the governor of protected. Yeah,
Queen Elizabeth.
Victoria.
Victoria.
Victoria. So it was also part.
So they would come to this castle?
Not the castle, but in Kenya.
Oh, okay.
This country used to be the winter home for aristocrats.
Yeah, I really can't imagine the types of parties that they had here. I mean, look at the big ballroom, and the people who visited from the UK, they probably will all visit here. Of course, different villas, but maybe for a setting that they were used to, yeah, I could see balls being thrown here. Oh, it's a big speaker, basically. Wow.
So he's a guy. They also have a coat of arms.
I see.
Yeah.
Get the floors.
Yeah, the parquet original from 1938.
Yeah, I like parquet floors.
Very warm during at night.
Yeah.
So
Wine cellar.
what you are.
Yeah, man, I say I can't see. Going to the wine. The wine cellar and other spaces in the castle were vandalized, so you'll see the different markings there. I don't think I had ever been into a wine cellar on any tour in any country. So this was a first to me. This room that we're passing through is the waiting room for any guests, and we are on our way to the guest wing. Yes, a whole guest wing in this castle.
2 bedrooms and guests on this side.
Okay. They got their own balcony too?
Yeah.
The guests got their own balcony. And here.
So this is the first bedroom for the guest. The second bedroom is there.
I see.
Yeah. So
Nice size too. And they got a good view.
definitely, yeah. Also, great windows for the natural light and the view.
So they could tell their friends that Lord Egerton's castle is amazing.
Yeah, when his friends visit him.
If I visited that castle back in his time, I would have went back and told my friends the same thing. Like, oh, this place in Kenya was nice. But yeah, it was still very empty because there was no family there.
Yeah.
You say he died here?
Yeah.
Instead of living upstairs in the family quarters, Lord Egerton decided to stay downstairs in this room in the guest wing. This is actually where he died.
That's, yeah. When you call.
You said this is a traveling trunk.
Yeah, you just close the trunk.
Wow.
Yeah.
There are a few of his personal effects on display, but what really caught my attention were these small coffee tables. Look at that. I assumed it was the work of the Maasai because, I mean, it's usually the work of the Maasai around here. But I learned that they were from the Turkana tribe, which is a little bit like northwestern Kenya.
Right. Bathroom, washroom is there.
I think he could have found another wife.
Yeah, but he decided to back then they had no electricity.
You see, he even had an ancient power box set up in his house.
Made in England or his.
He was ahead of his time. And I
From,
think if he actually tried, he could have easily found a wife who would have loved the castle.
that's why we now have this one for Kenya.
Yeah.
At the demarcation of an underground tank. So they could pump water from there to this other tank up here. Now that one can supply to the rest of the house.
Oh. He was an innovator,
Very good.
engineer.
5 years.
The castle doesn't really look that big from the outside, but going through each space, yeah, there was a good amount of ground to cover. Following these green walls, we found our way to the kitchen and also the laundry room.
I see.
Now, believe it or not, hand washing is still big in Kenya. The 2 big sinks there are for washing, and then the machine there.
The clothes could dry using the hot air.
So there will be steam, kind of like nice, no wrinkles.
Yeah, definitely.
I've never seen anything like this one.
The man had a whole steamer there.
He was in.
I kind of wish I had one of those at my house, personally, and it's 2024.
Yeah, sinks. Okay.
But here is proof that people never truly change. This guy loved this patio for doing barbecue, and he actually ate game meat like he barbecued even buffalo. Can you believe that? I didn't do like a full 360 walk around the castle entirely, so going around and where we ended up was a little bit confusing. That same hall led us to the family quarters upstairs. And I learned another way that there's really nothing new under the sun. I like my own space, and I always thought if I was going to be married, then I would like to have my own room. And I say that because this room was built for the Lord's future wife. She'd have her own space for privacy and even like dressing. But really, I think another reason it might have been like this is because marriages were arranged. I'm sure there were many loveless marriages amongst the people in these classes.
So this is supposed to be our bathroom.
Big
original ceramic tiles are still in good form.
Yeah.
It's quite big. Other bathrooms in this castle. Yeah.
It's like brand new.
And since 1938, it's still in good form.
Nice
So this
space.
is now the family living room with very big windows and normally for natural light. Again for people.
Wow.
Now this stretch up to both sides.
That's a nice view
Yeah.
from the living room.
This is the dark room that he used for his photography hobby.
It's dark already. Only that little bit.
Master bedroom. But because of age, having no family, that's why he opted to stay down there.
Yeah. So, is this new? These are new.
Yeah, these have been fixed later on. So he started some schools in Kenya and some in England, so they had a partnership and exchange program. As I see all these drawings,
Aw.
the school is started in Egerton Primary in Kenya, Egerton Primary in England, Rome Primary and all that.
Okay. Going to the balcony. Top of the castle. Top of the morning to ya. The breeze is already coming for me. Oh my god. Can this be my house? I don't know what I gotta do. The music came from there.
Through that small open views for the light, the natural light.
Ah.
Yeah.
So this is over the ballroom.
You have the entrance, the stairs at the entrance.
Okay.
Main door. For the light.
So they will have like also like people up here enjoying a party.
Enjoy, you can smoke and stuff here, cocktail parties.
downstairs. Big party everywhere. Everybody is welcome.
You can still get your music from down there.
That's cool. Surround sound. Like way out there. I see. Shedrick started to explain just how far out the Lord's land went. So far that it would be better if we had a view from up there.
You can check all around. The name is
Ooh. Hold up, this is crazy.
follows those hills, a demarcation all the way to a place called Alta El Bagon, to that flat area called Salga. Those are the demarcation of this land, those hills. Yeah, all the way.
Like the ones far back,
Yeah,
or these ones here?
far back.
The ones that are dark.
You see the hammer there?
There.
Yeah, demarcation.
His land went that far.
Very big land. A lot of farming
What?
all around. Yeah.
Whoa. Even that way.
Yeah.
Let's be reminded that he was gifted this land by the government for his service in either the Navy or the Army. Not sure. Of course, all this land is stolen and colonized. So yeah, let's just keep that in mind. Even though it is beautiful. But the next thing that caught my eye was this maze. I mean, you gotta have a little bit of fun, right? There's nothing else to do. There's no TV. I mean, if he was in solitude, there's more things to do in solitude, like go through a maze. From this perspective, just wow. I could barely see over the rail, but you know, I was having my Bridgerton moment. I would definitely be the diamond of this season, you know, no debate. It's similar to the other girls that got chosen. The Lord to be, he would never find me. I would be outside in the forest and in the fields. Recently, somebody told me I was meant to be like a queen or princess. And after watching these clips back, I'm like, dang, yeah, I think I'm seeing the vision now. Welcome to my lovely castle. Welcome to my home. I'm hosting the best parties. And we even have charcuterie boards. Follow me this way to the ballroom. Would you like a little crudité, a little pâté? Okay, take your time and enjoy. And then we will begin with the festivities. It would be so fun to have everybody that I know there. Big space to dance, like we don't have to go to a park or a venue or anything. Everybody would be welcome because there's no way that they would be upstairs like at my room or anything. That's how I would like it. That's the only way I would host a house party. How do y'all feel about it? Would you have guests over if you had that much space, or would you still be kind of private too? Okay, y'all, so I hope you enjoyed the tour of Lord Egerton's castle. I'm gonna sign off. Y'all already know you can catch me on the next one. And yeah, I took more pictures and videos, so you can follow me on Instagram, everywhere else, TikTok. I'm always on TikTok. Stay tuned for more. I'm still traveling in Kenya. Yeah, subscribe. That's what you should do.